next topic is features, nature or characteristics of principles of management. The very first is universal applicability. As we know that management is all pervasive, so the principles of management are also all pervasive. They are also universal. They are also of universal application. These are required to be applied in all types of organizations, whether they are big, whether they are small, whether they are business organizations, government organizations, or any social organizations. So these are universally applicable. Then second is journal guidelines. I have already told you that the principles of management are simply a journal guidelines. They are just here to guide the behavior of the managers. They are not supposed to give us the tailor-made you can say tailor-made solution, or they are not in a position to give us the exact solution to any problem. They can just guide our behavior. They can just guide the behavior of the manager how to solve a particular situation, but it does not mean that it will give the exact solution. Every management principle has to be applied by the manager as per his own creativity, his own skill. Then third is formed by practice and experimentation. This point we have also done in the derivation of principles of management, that the management principles are evolutionary in nature. These are first developed through observations, and these are tested in different situations, and if we find that they are giving the same result in different situations, then they are designated as the management principle. Then fourth one is flexible. Why these are flexible? I have already told you that these are not here to give us the exact solution, so they are required to be changed as per the changing environment. It happens because our business environment is dynamic in nature. It continues to change, so the management principles are also required to be changed as per the changing environment. And secondly, they are dealing with the human beings, and human beings, the behavior of the human beings is always unpredictable in nature. You cannot say that how a particular human being will behave in a particular situation. The behavior of the different human beings, different individuals, can be different in the same situation. So a manager has to be flexible in the application of the principles of management while dealing with the changing environment and while dealing with the different individuals. Then fifth one is mainly behavioral. Mainly behavioral means the principles of management are here basically to influence the behavior of the human beings, because in order to achieve the objectives of the organization, we have to direct the efforts, direct the activities of different individuals towards a common direction, that is the achievement of objectives of organization. So and the human behavior is always dynamic and unpredictable, so management principles are always here to guide the behavior of the managers to how to influence the behavior of the human beings, the behavior of the individuals who are working in the organization. Then sixth one is cause and effect relationship. The principles of management are required to establish the relationship between cause and effect, so that these can be used in similar situations in a large number of cases. Only then they can be designated as the principle of management. But we cannot say that a very strict cause and effect relationship will be created by the management principles, but still some cause and effect relationship is always there. Only then they can be designated as the principle of management. And then last one is contingent. The contingent means the application of management principles is dependent upon the prevailing conditions at a particular point of time. So they have to be changed as per the changing situations, because the only reason is our business environment is dynamic in nature and we have to deal with the various human beings.